Anyway, I got that barrel in there and got it turned just like I wanted it. And I bent down on that thing like that, and I pulled it out, and that barrel was like that. It was, I mean, I done bent it like this. The metal in these, that's pretty soft. And I bent that thing in 3 1/4 drams, 1 1/4 number 7 half shot. When I shoot field load, and it don't hurt your shoulder near as bad.
So you're shooting a dove load pretty much at turkeys.
Yeah, it's 3 1/4.
Yeah.
And well, I shoot 2 3/4, and I can't buy none of them TSS, and I probably wouldn't buy them if they're about $70 a buck. And I mean, I can buy $6. I can buy 25. And it kills them just dead. All you want to do is hit them in the neck. That's human nature, I guess. They want to see 100 yards down the holler. I want to see about 30, 35 yards as far as I want to see. And then when he runs his head up, you're eating fried turkey breast then. If I hear a turkey drumming, buddy, I better back the hammer. I mean, he's close.
Speaking of backing the hammer, by the way, you've got your turkey gun right here. I want to hear about this turkey gun that you've got. I've heard that it's claimed many gobblers.
Well, it's got a few. I bought this gun about 30 years ago. Billy McCoy, y'all probably heard of Billy. He had a string of pawn shops, and I bought this gun from his pawn shop. Give him $30 for it. Got it home and shot it a time or two, and it's shooting low, shooting about. In other words, if you aim halfway down the neck, you're gonna feel you'll kill the turkey, but you're gonna feel the breast full of shot. So I figured, well, I went on. So 3 or 4 years there, I just aimed at his eyeball. I aimed at his when he come up, I aimed for his eyeball, and then put my shot pattern right where I wanted it. That rocked on there, and I decided, well, I'm gonna correct this. A friend of mine now coaches Purvis Robinson. He was good with gunsmith. I mean, he was great. And I'd watched him straighten barrels. He took old model Winchester Model 12, and he'd make it shoot right. So I broke it down, and it's shooting about that low. I broke it down, and I got a dogwood tree right there behind my shop. I took it out there and had 2 limbs there, and so I stuck the barrel between the. Now you can't do it. One's got a rib on it, but if plain barrel. Anyway, I got that barrel in there and got it turned just like I wanted it, and I bent down on that thing like that, and I pulled it out, and that barrel was like that. It was, I done bent it like this. The metal in these, that's pretty soft. And I bent that thing, and so I said, golly. So I turned it over, put it back in the limb, and pulled it down again. And I didn't go hard as far, and put it back together. And it didn't look half bad, and I put it back together and shot it. And buddy, where that bead's at right there, it's 2 3/4 inch. And I don't shoot Magnum shells. I shoot field load, 3 1/4 drams of 3 1/4 drams, 1 1/4 number 7 half shot. When I shoot field load, and it don't hurt your shoulder near as bad.
So you're shooting a dove load pretty much at turkeys.
Yeah, it's 3 1/4.
Yeah.
And now this year I did find all these boys talking about these number 9. He shoots 9s. Well, I shoot 2 3/4, and I can't buy none of them TSS, and I probably wouldn't buy them if they're about $70 a buck. And I can buy $6. I can buy 25. And it kills them just dead. All you want to do is hit them in the neck. And but I found a box of Fiocchi. Ain't that how you pronounce it?
Fiocchi.
Fiocchi, number 9, 2 3/4 number 9s, and I bought them, and that's what I'm shooting this year. Them Fiocchi number 9s. But I shot.
He's 1 for 1. He's pulled the trigger one time.
Yeah, I shoot one time. I don't tote a lot of shells around with me, but.
What kind of gun is that?
It's a J.C. Higgins.
And hold it up,
hold it
Bo.
up just a
It's
little
a
bit.
J.C. Higgins model 1011. And this right here used to be plastic. Now, I modify everything, though. This used to be a 1/4 inch higher, too. When I put it in here, when I put down on the cheek down, I want to be looking right down the barrel. I don't have to do none of this. So I took a wood rasp and cut this off about a 1/4 inch to where when I'm sitting there and I put it up here, I'm looking right down the barrel. And this part right here, the plastic, broke plastic, it had a plastic guard on it. And I broke it. And I thought, what am I going to do? And I went to hardware, and this is a hinge, door hinge for like a kitchen door hinge. And I bought it and cut it off, kind of bent it around, and that's what that is. Put me some JB weld on it and screw, and it hangs in there. It shoots right where you
And he said J.C. Higgins, and now you guys probably don't know this, but J.C. Higgins was a name brand that Sears and Roebuck served, sold.
Now, also, it's a fixed choke gun. What's the construction on that gun? Do you know?
It says full.
This is full fixed choke. So
That's a 12 gauge, right?
It's 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch.
Okay. That's all.
I've been hunting with it for about 30 years now.
now, again, you've been using field loads in it. What was your what has been your comfort range back with your older
35
shot?
yard. I want to kill him 30, 35 yards. And I want to set up. Setting up has a lot to do with killing. I want to be, if possible, I want to be above him where he's got to come up, and I want to be able to see about, most people want to, that's human nature, I guess. They want to see 100 yards down the holler. I want to see about 30, 35 yards as far as I want to see. And then when he runs his head up, you eating fried turkey breast then. And, but that's about now I've killed him 40. Sometimes, I mean, it's kind of chancey, but I don't shoot them. These new guns they got, boy, they claim and kill them out there at 60 yards, but judging distance, most time they may be shooting at 75, and they wound them, run them off codes, get a good meal. But about 30, 35 yards is what I want to shoot. That's how far I want to see. I don't,
Yeah.
See, I love that. I love that gun. And you're talking about position, which is part of our 3 Ps. I want to get in that with you, Mr. Bo, and get a better understanding of more so the woodsmanship of how you like to set up. I mean, you already kind of talked about getting higher up above them if you can and only be able to see that 30, 35 yard range where he's got to pop his head up. But with a gun like that, I'll say a lot of our audience, there's so many new guns now and all these, really fancy chokes and TSS shot, expensive loads and stuff, where guys are wanting to, put more pelts down range, shoot further, all that kind of stuff. But you still have your gun that you've loved to use over the last 30 years, your single shot 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch gun. Do you think, I know you were probably a great turkey hunter before you even got that gun, but do you think that with a gun like that and knowing your limited range, it makes you a better hunter of how you like to set up where you're going to kill him dead by the time he gets to you?
Maybe so. I think it's more just more involved in the setting up than just the limits of your gun. Because if you can see 100 yards down a holler down through there, and he's gobbling and he's looking up at holler and he don't see no hen, man. He gonna hang out down there and gobble. But if you get above him where he can't see, but I don't know if it makes you a lot more patient. I'm sure it does. As far as answering your question, making you a better hunter, yeah, patience, that's patience, perseverance, and enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is perseverance is great. But enthusiasm, a person got to have enthusiasm. He's got to keep on going. A lot of your turkey hunters, they'll knock off about 2 weeks into the season, they through hunting. But when you take I always said that you got two kind of people out there in the woods. You got people that hunt turkeys, and then you got turkey hunters. And people that hunt turkeys, you can tell them apart because after about 2 weeks they start dwindling, and you got everything to yourself in. And you see old turkey hunter, he's out there on the last day still going after him. You can say he's a turkey hunter. I mean, he still gets excited about it. And we do, don't we, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Coach, I don't think I've ever asked you, what was one of your guns you hunted with back in the day, and what do you hunt with now?
Well, that first turkey that I killed with my granddaddy's double barrel that he got killed with. Mm-hmm. And I had that, was going to think about bringing that up here today, but I didn't. Got sliced it out of the stock. After that, Doug Camp, they all shot Remington 1100 30-inch full choke plain barrels, not ventilated ribs. And one of their friends up there had got into turkey hunting and bought one and decided he didn't want to hunt anymore, so he wanted to sell it. And he wanted $175 for it, and I bought it. And I shot it for years and years and years. And Doug Camp and them got a man down in Newside, Alabama that would cut the barrels off from 30-inch to 24 inches. His name was Ray Chambers, and he put a force-in choke in it. So they convinced me to do the same thing with mine, and I did. And I had a little problem or two with that for a while till his friend Purvis Robinson, that was a gunsmith and a great turkey hunter.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best turkey hunters that ever walked around over there in Clay County too, but he was a great gunsmith. He fixed it for me and got it where it was shooting right, and shot it for years. And finally the trigger housing started messing up on it, and he wanted me to order another one. So I found a Mossberg 9200, shot it for a while, and had a little problem with it, and ended up buying this Stoker 20 gauge several years ago, and now these people are coming out with a TSS shot. So last 6-7 years I've been shooting that 20 gauge with that TSS shot over there. But
You do a good job.
oh yeah, but sad story about that those chokes that the man did down there. We didn't pattern shotguns in. I mean, I was shooting a shotgun that I've been killing turkeys with, and he puts a choke in it, so I got it back, and he had a little homemade bead on the end of it. So first week of the season, I called a turkey up out there about 30 yards, and bam, he flies off. And I said, dadgummit, I don't know what I did. So rock on there, a few more days pass. I call up a second turkey. I put it on him, bam. He flies off. Well, I'm pretty frustrated, so I go over to Purvis Robinson's, and Purvis put that gun in a vise, and he shoots it, and it's shooting bad, high and left. And he says, Coach, I can't bend this barrel. He could bend the barrel. He said, I can't bend this barrel good enough to make it right. He said, you need to carry it back down there and make the man put you another choke in there. So I did, and he put me a second choke in there. But before I went back to the woods, carried over to Purvis again, he puts it in the vise again, he shoots it. And it's still shooting a little high and left. But he said, I can fix this without, hurting it. And he did. He bent the barrel. And he put me an orange Ithaca sight on the end of it. And from then on, it was on like Donkey Kong. It was, when I pulled the trigger, it was a dead turkey, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, but I enjoy shooting that 20 gauge now, and it's a whole lot easier to tote in the woods, and it don't hurt your shoulder and none of that good stuff. Like,
And them field loads don't hurt you.
and them guys, when we're shooting a 3-inch Magnum, a lot of them guys were shooting a 3.5, and I shot a 3.5 one time just at a turkey target. That thing like to knock my shoulder off. I don't care anything about doing that.